Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft. Oh jeez, oh snap, oh jeez, okay, I'm gonna die. I'm going to die in the introduction. Oh my goodness, oh no, jeez, I've fallen down the ravine. Oh my goodness, what kind of an introduction is this? Oh man. Let's try that again, shall we? Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from the base of the Bastion we found a few episodes ago on our very first trip to the new 1.16 Nether. And we're here to harvest a metric ton of blackstone and gilded blackstone for our biggest ever project so far this season. That's right, my fellow Rend Troopers. Today we're beginning the construction of our Star Wars inspired Megabase. And as revealed in the previous episode, we're going to be constructing Darth Vader's Fortress for the Emperor over in the Valley of Tatooren. It's going to be so freaking sweet. On top of that, we're also in the process of using blackstone to terraform the Mesa biome of the valley into the molten, smoldering landscape of Mustafar, where Vader's Fortress exists in the Star Wars universe, which is why we're down here risking our lives to collect all of this juicy blackstone. Unfortunately though, setting up a beacon in the Nether is not quite as simple as it seems. In order for the beacon to work, its beamage must be directly below the bedrock in the ceiling of the Nether, which sounds simple enough, right? Nope, that's not how Minecraft works, my friends. This Nether ceiling bedrock is not exactly beacon friendly, as sometimes blocks of netherrack can spawn in between the bedrock blocks, right? And this means we need to use a bit of TNT action up here to blow up any netherrack getting in the way, and to ensure that the only blocks above the bacon beamage are in fact bedrock blocks. I have no idea if that made any sense to you guys, but here we go. This TNT should get rid of any netherrack hiding in the bedrock, and kaplam! There we go, big explosions to kick things off. Oh, you do love to see it, man. Anyway, let's clear away our new pillar here, and if we see the beam from the beacon blasting up from below, we know the netherrack has been cleared in the bedrock, and yes, there we go. The beamage is beaming. Beautiful. Although it looks like those freaking ghasts are back for more action, my dudes. Give me 1 second while I send these tentaculed monstrosities back to the hell from whence they spawned. Jeez, it looks like these guys really don't want us to get our hands on their blackstone, so the sooner we get mining, the better, my dudes. Oh man, my poor heart. What a way to kick off a frickin' episode, am I right? Anyway, the good news is, these 1.16 bastions are actually a great source of blackstone blocks, as they seem to spawn with a large foundation of blackstone below them. And on top of that, bastions are the only place in the Nether where we can find the beautiful gilded blackstone blocks. So I think it's definitely worth the risk setting up a beacon next to these bad boys to collect the stuff quickly and efficiently. Although the sooner we get back to the Valley of Tatooren, the better, if you ask me. We've got some serious terraforming and megabase building to do this week, my friends. 2 mined out bastions, and a few hours later, we're back to the safety of the sandcrawler with 4 more shulker boxes of blackstone ready for block placing here in the Valley of Tatooren. Also, this week on stream, we made some pretty decent progress on this terraforming project too. Check it out. Sweet! Looking good so far, my dudes, although the bad news is, at this point, I'd estimate we've only managed to cover around 40% of the entire area we're planning to turn into Mustafar here. So we've got some pretty serious grindage still ahead of us this week, guys. And speaking of grind, I have spent a lot of time so far this week collecting Blackstone for this project, and I'm super confident we're going to have enough of the stuff to transform this area for the episode. Although, let's not underestimate how much actually needs to be done out here on the edge of the hermit-infested jungle. To give you a better idea of how much of this mesa we need to terraform, let's head over to our Skywalker hut and have a look at the map of Tatooren, because that really does give you a better perspective of how huge this project actually is. Although, through the dark power of the Emperor, aka video editing, we're going to compress half a day of terraforming into just a few seconds of magic map transformification. Or something. Oh my goodness, that felt kind of tingly, my friends, and not in a good way, if I'm honest. All of that dark power seems to have attracted an Enderman into our midst. Not disturbing at all. Anyhoozle, we're just a few hours away from finally starting construction of our Vader Fortress Megabase, guys. And I hope you are all as hyped about this project as I am. I've been up bright and early every morning this week to work on this episode, and as you can see, the entire Mesa Island below the Emperor's Mountain has now been turned into Blackstone, and looking absolutely magnificent, if I do say so myself. It's the next day in real life, Sabadiggity Dogs, and I've woken up this morning extremely excited to start recording, because if all goes to plan, today we're going to start construction of the biggest project I have ever done in my time on the HermitCraft server. Now that we've made this area feel a bit more like the smoldering landscape of Mustafar, it's time to turn our attention to the construction of a fortress of immense power for the Emperor on top of this mountain. But before we can place a single block, my dudes, we need to find a way to generate tens of thousands of blocks of black concrete to get the project started. The thing is, there's bad news. The mumbo jumbo concrete maker we built previously in the Sandcrawler no longer works in 1.16. But the good news is, I found a new concrete maker design that is absolutely perfect for our needs. Check this out. So here we are back on my creative test world, and after spending many hours researching 1.16 concrete making contraptions on YouTube, I finally stumbled across a design that is going to be perfect for our needs over at the Valley of Tatooren. This bit of redstone genius over here was created by the very talented Minecrafter known as RayzWorks, and it functions in much the same way as Mumbo's version does. We feed concrete powder into the machine, which automatically turns the powder into concrete, which is then pushed down into a blast chamber below, and a TNT duper on a timing circuit drops TNT down to blow up the concrete and collect it in the water stream below. Nice and simple. The machine is also designed to automatically resupply us with powder as we feed it into the factory, making it an extremely reliable AFK concrete making machine, and definitely one of my favorite toys to play with in Minecraft at the moment, I gotta say. A big shout out to RayzWorks for this awesome concrete maker. It really is perfect for my needs, and after a few tweaks, I managed to fit it perfectly into the Tatooren Sandcrawler. Oh man, it's awesome. Oh, and by the way, I put a link to Ray's tutorial video below if you guys want to try the build on your own world. So make sure you check it out after the episode. Thanks again, Ray! My dudes, I must confess, it's taken me most of the morning to build this amazing machine in the Sandcrawler, so we're a bit behind schedule at the minute, but the good news is, I think I've finally managed to install all of the redstone correctly, and we should be on track to generate a ridiculous amount of black concrete in a minute. Now, when it comes to redstone machines, I usually like to try and make my own versions, but when it comes to more complicated contraptions like this one, I just don't have the redstone knowledge to make it happen. So thank goodness for the redstone geniuses out there like RaiseWorks and others for making the lives of us redstone noobs a bit easier, am I right? I've rigged the machine to deliver the concrete directly into a temporary collecting mechanism below the sandcrawler, but I've just realized I'm fresh out of concrete powder to test this bad boy out with you guys. So I tell you what, there's actually a bit of business we need to attend to over at the shopping district. So let's head over there and see if we can stock up on some concrete supplies to get the sandcrawler to do its freaking job. That being the production of a metric butt ton of concrete for our MEGABASE Fortress. First things first, let's check on profits at our Bigger Log shop, where I'm hoping we've had a good week of sales on the server so far, because we're going to need quite a few diamonds to go on a shopping spree today, my friends. And yep, by the looks of things, the bling blangs be rolling in like nobody's business this week, baby. Nice. Ooh, we've completely sold out of warped stems too, which is excellent news for the Nether tree product expansion of our shop. Very nice. I'm curious to see if we've sold any shroom lights too, as they're rather expensive. And yeah, 3 stacks of shroom lights sold. Beautiful. And a few sales of crimson logs too. Ding, ding, ding. The profits be rolling in today, my dudes. Oh yes, I've got excellent news for all you Bigger Logs Incorporated employees. This has been one of our most profitable weeks on the HermitCraft server ever. Xmas bonuses for everyone, baby. Although your CEO is about to go on a shopping spree for the Emperor, so don't expect too much of a bonus in the mail, okay? Half-price shulker boxes? Don't mind if I do. We do need some biodegradable shopping bags to hopefully pick up a ton of sand and gravel over at Grian's barge, so thanks for the cheap boxes, Good Times with Scar. Ooh, a new shop has popped up in town, and it looks rather tasty, I must say. Something to do with ancient debris, it looks like. Okay, we have to come check this out later, but first up, we're after as much sand and gravel as we can get today, and I'm just hoping Grian has restocked the barge because we need an insane amount of concrete powder to feed the sand crawler if we want to continue today's episode. 1 diamond for a stack of sand, 2 diamonds per stack of gravel, and it looks like there's a ton of stock available. Perfect. Take all of my diamonds immediately, Grian. Nice! A good few shulker boxes of sand and gravel in the belly, and that's actually saved us a ton of resource collecting time this week. So thanks, Grian. Don't spend all those diamonds at once, you hear? Right, let's go check out what this new ancient debris shop is all about. Ooh, it's very purdy in here, I must say. 1 diamond block per Cinnabon. Ah, yes, it's a Cub fan shop, and he's selling fresh Cinnabons. Welcome to Cinnabon. Here we sell only one thing, Cinnabuns. Each Cinnabon is lovingly created in our factory on site. Thank you for visiting Cinnabon, the tasty treat that can't be beat. So basically, it's 1 diamond block for a block of ancient debris, which is actually a pretty good deal if you ask me. I'd actually like to make a set of backup netherite tools for myself, so I think I'll be investing in a few tasty Cinnabuns today. RIP Bigger Logs bonuses. And I'm also very curious to see how these delicious buns are produced, because it smells amazing in here, I must say. Now, it looks like the process starts with fresh dough from Concorp, which then gets sliced up, it looks like it, and then seasoned to perfection with some tasty nether ingredients before heading into the oven to be baked, followed by a brief period of cooling before being glazed with a whole bunch of tasty sugars, and then packaged for sale to us hungry customers down below. Amazing. Is anyone else now desperate for a soft and fresh Cinnabon in real life? Dang it, Cub fan. Right, I think I'll pick up 5 Cinnabuns in total today, and I gotta say, I love this shop. Nice work, Cub. While we're out here, let's drop some diamonds on a few stacks of emeralds over at the M&M Emporium, because I've got quite a few wandering traders showing up in the Valley of Tatooren recently, and I never have any cash on hand to trade with them. So I tell you what, let's pick up a few stacks of emeralds here, and I've just noticed much of our profits have just evaporated. Okay, let's head back to the Valley of Tatooren before your CEO ends up spending everybody's Xmas bonuses in just a few minutes, my dudes. Jeez. Well, my fellow Minecrafters from all over the world, today is a great day for the Renpire, let me tell ya. The time has finally come for us to begin construction of the most epic and ambitious base we've ever made on the HermitCraft server. Our plans over the last few months are finally coming together, And the Valley of Tatooren is ready to help us achieve our goal of building Vader's Fortress on the server. I mean, just look at this place. We've got a gorgeous Mustafar landscape to build the fortress on. We've got a mega efficient oil refinery / squid farm producing all the black dye we're going to need for the tens of thousands of blocks of concrete powder going into this mega build. And of course, we've got the monstrous sand crawler looming over the valley, ready to turn all of that powder into the concrete blocks we need to send that fortress soaring into the skies of Tatooren. And while I spend the rest of the afternoon producing concrete, I wanted to take a quick moment in this episode to thank you all for your patience and support over these last few weeks. I know the frequency of my HermitCraft episodes have slowed down recently, and I just wanted to let you all know that all is well in my real life. Please don't worry. The honest truth is, after producing the last episode, I hit a bit of burnout and a little bit of isolation sadness during these tough times, and I decided to take a week off to recalibrate myself and to enjoy the beautiful British summer that we've been having here in the UK. You know, just like many of you, I've had to deal with the reality that I probably won't be seeing my family for a very long time because my family lives all over the world. I've got family in South Africa, in Canada, in America, and here I am in the UK, and well, we're all locked down. And over the last few months, that's a very hard reality that I've had to come to terms with. I also want to thank all of you for the incredible amount of love and support that you've shown me on my videos, on my live streams, and on Twitter. You guys helped me manage my own pandemic situation more than I could ever express in words, and I'm pleased to let you know that I'm feeling much better now after taking a bit of a break. I'm refreshed and ready to get back into the swing of things and to really start producing some great stuff out here in the Valley of Tatooren. So thanks again for all your support and patience, guys. Together we can and we will get through these tough times one day at a time. And speaking of getting back into the swing of things, we've got a freaking mega base to build, my dudes. It's time-lapse time, baby! Well, my summer digging it down from all over the world, I think it's safe to say that this has been somewhat of a megasode, hasn't it? My goodness, I think this is the most amount of progress we have ever made in a single episode of HermitCraft. And my goodness, is Vader's Fortress looking absolutely amazing here, towering over the hermit-infested jungle. We've got Iskal's tree in the background, Scar's amazing land over there, Grian's mansion just behind the fortress, and directly in front of us, a massive, looming fortress of immense power, or at least the foundations of it. Literally tens of thousands of blocks of concrete have been fed through that Jawa sand crawler this week, my dudes. And to be more precise, 20,288 blocks of black concrete have been placed in the production of this episode. And a casual 28,527 blocks of blackstone have been placed in the production of this episode too. So it has been one heck of a grind, my friends, but 100% worth it. I mean, look at the size of this construction, guys. Oh my goodness, it is super immense, super insanely massive. I'm running out of words to describe this thing, and well, as you can see, we still have a lot of work to do. We have to make this entire thing solid black concrete, and we need to start working on doing some more work on the outside to make it look a little less like just a giant block of black concrete in the middle of a mesa. But unfortunately, my friends, we gotta say goodbye for today, man. This episode needs to get edited and out to you guys. It's been way too long, but if you have enjoyed it, my friends, please do me a favor and you smackety smack that like button for Vader's Fortress. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, I don't know what you're doing. Hit the freaking subscribe button. Things are cooking up out here in the Valley of Tatooren, and next episode, we're gonna make some serious progress on this super awesome mega base. Anyway, my friends, that's going to do it from me today. I hope you have enjoyed it, and we'll smell you all in the next episode. Time for me to get some sleep, my friends. Jeez.